What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, as promised, as we're getting back into hopefully a little rhythm here. Another episode of my Path to Power. We're on a big episode number. I believe it's 17 is where we're at right now. One of my former numbers back in my playing days, though. It was the number that I ended up wearing when I went to college, because obviously freshmen, the low guys on the totem pole, and I had the last pick. Or was one of the first picks of the freshman class, but the rest of the upperclassmen got to pick before that. And so I'd worn 7 and 14 previously, and 17 seemed only natural in progression. Totally a bit of unnecessary information for you guys right there, but it's a little bit of me, as I like to add in these episodes. So we are progressing on in seasons, and we still got the exact same, really German, very, very German midfield and attack. And then it's a Bundesliga defense, though I don't have one German player in there, which is really, really interesting. Now that I'm kind of looking at this team as a whole, this guy 3-5-2, but he played this more like 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I don't think he used his outside wingers once in this game. He kind of played it. I think he was playing on defensive counterattacking, maybe. That would be my guess, just on the way the game kind of felt and the way the game played out. You can see how deep his he gives this one up, though, and that's just counters are brutal. They are oh so brutal yet again on FIFA, and with the way passing is, it can be a bit random at times. If you're on the happy end of that spectrum where somebody plays kind of a risky pass, you're going to end up in good shape. And that's a beautiful finish from Kruse. He's actually a monster for us. You can see this is a striker, Jovetic. He's got 3 guys up playing completely on the counterattack, and he manages to break down my defense right there. Really actually sloppy defending. For me to let him cut inside that easily, I should have just shepherded the danger out towards the end line, and I would have been able to end up in a much better spot, not give myself this difficult task of breaking down a defensive 3-5-2. You can see he's got plenty of players back. We're working around nice and slow, hoping that he guesses and he bites, and we manage to work it inside. Finally falls to Ilkay Gundogan. That's going to be a finish 10 times out of 10. 71st minute, 2-1 the score in this one. Now going to go say what up to the camera, pat the chest. I wish you could create your own badges. I think that'd be a cool addition for Ultimate Team, and I really don't think it would be that difficult. Or maybe not for Ultimate Team, but maybe you could do it in the EA Sports Football catalog or whatever, and then you buy your badge, or you could buy your friends' badges from there with FIFA points, and then they'd come into Ultimate Team, just like a special card or something like that, and you could, I don't know. It'd be all sorts of crazy, but it would be all sorts of cool. The added extra level of customization, I think, would do FIFA some good. I know Pez has been working, or I think Pez, don't quote me on this, but I'm almost certain that Pez has customizable kits and things of that nature where you can really, really get the game looking the way you want it to. So we're progressing on to another division match. We've been in pretty good form, though, here in division. I think we're 5 or 6 now. I can't remember. It's really neither here nor there, because they're all the same all the way up until like division. Well, that's not true. But I kind of think that divisions 3 to 5 or 6 are very similar. Divisions 1 and 2 are a bit different, and then divisions kind of 7 to 10 are kind of the same. So this guy, 4-3-3 team, we've used this formation before. I think it's a solid little formation, very, very balanced. We're using essentially a defensive version of this formation in the 4-5-1. We still have the 3 CMs, and we're just using a left mid and a right mid versus a left wing and a right wing. So to give you guys it's kind of like the way the idea is. It's more slow build up in midfield play, which I tend to like. When I use the 4-3-3s, a lot of times I find myself very, very counterattack happy. Brilliant ball in there from Bellarbi. That's a left bumper, double tap X, whips it into Max Kruse on his noggin, puts that one away right off a kickoff, 2nd minute. Just a brilliant ball. Bellarbi, for having the stats that he has, I'm absolutely horrible at taking players on with him, but he whips in some killer passes. Again, it's Kruse, and that time he plays a very, very smart pass. Gonzalo Castro. Kruse's right foot. He's only got the 3-star right foot. He is left-footed, so I wasn't sure if I would have been able to put that one away. Looking at that replay, though, I probably would have been able to slot it away at the near post. If it had been a right-footed player, I definitely would have gone to try to slot that one away. But now we're working things forward this way. He manages to take it, or we managed to take it away right from the start. He's trying to dribble forward. Plenty of space for Andre Schürrle, using the left bumper, no-touch dribbling, getting that little bit of change of pace right there. Buries it into the near post, which is kind of OP. And you can actually shoot finesse shots kind of into the upper 90 at the near post as well. I was playing around with it on my main account. And they're actually pretty darn reliable. So you have to charge them up a decent bit, but it's definitely something to add to your arsenal of different ways that you can score this year on FIFA. So we're going through adding all of our bronze contracts on there. And we will be switching teams probably in the decent-ish near future. And I'm going to be doing a kind of a fun way. I think it's going to be a fun way to go about deciding kind of like where to get a jumping off point for building some of these teams. Because I know you guys like seeing a variety of players, and I do like incorporating hybrids and different things like that. But this was one of those where, I wanted to use Gonzalo Castro for you guys because I think he's awesome. And I think the Inform Max Cruz is awesome as well. So I could have created way more of a hybrid off of that. And I still might just morph this team. So I don't know. We'll see. Really, really sloppy for me right there. I tweeted out something about the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And it's still, if you're planning on abusing the game mechanics to just win games on FIFA and kind of play an unattractive style, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow or 4-1-2-1-2-2 is by far the absolute best way to do that. So it's really, really frustrating to kind of come up and play against, and I've played it. I can't completely wrap my mind around it because I want to play like proper football that I see on a weekend, and represent, the way Bayern would play or something like that. And it's just a different kind of idea or animal trying to wrap around and try to mimic that in FIFA. And some of you guys are gonna be like, Japes, it's a video game. Like, why are you trying to, replicate the big clubs? Because that's the way I like to play FIFA. That's what's fun for me. And of course, you add a little bit of that video gaming with the skill moves and stuff like that. Though Douglas Costa might have something different to say about that, but this is a goal that I'm just supremely proud of. Working it all sorts of all the way around, buries it at the near post. I believe that's big Ilkay Gundogan yet again, but the passing was good on that. The build-up was brilliant, dragged some defenders out, and those are the kind of goals that feel really, really rewarding for me when you completely dismantle an opponent. But we're getting things going, we're finishing things out here, 90th minute, 2-1, and he is trying to take it away far too quickly, and it's Max Cruz using a little bit of the no-touch, and that's his weaker right foot, so he says, Japes, don't you talk bad about my right foot. And I was like, all right, Max, I got you. That was a finesse shot. I thought he'd open up his body and finesse it with his left foot into the far post right there. He did not do that. He decided he would prove me wrong, and that's a brilliant finish, making this one 3-1, actually where we are going to come to a close and seal this game out. He manages to, that would have been a foul, but the whistle blows. And that is where we are going to wind things down. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in. As always, if you did enjoy it, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Helps me out, encourages me to keep these videos coming for y'all. But that's where we are in the season, so things are going well. One win away from the title. Anyways, thank you all very much for tuning in. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.